It seems like another day, another stock market all-time high. Of course, the stock market is not the economy. Of course, the economy is so much more for the average worker, including do you have a job? How much do things cost? And so many of the other metrics that we regularly look at. But the stock market is one metric. And Fox News and Donald Trump are despondent, trying to figure out how do we spin this. The way they've started to spin it is by saying, well, everything looks okay, but it's because of either the things Trump did almost 4 years ago and or the expectation that Trump will win in November and or the things he will do once he becomes president next year. This is a very tough one to believe. It's like a funeral. Check out these. Here is one video from Larry Kudlow on Fox News and announcing this stuff more like it's, a eulogy rather than a good thing. They have no choice because these are the numbers.
Let me worry. The stock market hitting new highs today, the Dow and the S&P. And, of course, we bring in the great Jerry Willis to report on it.
Isn't this so sad, guys?
Jerry, if you don't report on it, it didn't happen.
Love it, love it. Yeah, good day for stocks, right? Stocks edging higher ahead of the
Yeah. Good day for stocks.
Federal Reserve meeting this week and ahead of the big tech earnings coming out this week. The Dow is up by 224 points. The S&P higher by 36. The NASDAQ rising 172. Both the Dow and the S&P in record territory. As you can see right here.
Their records yet again. I mean, okay, come on.
Tech companies, Microsoft and Meta, also hitting all-time highs ahead of their earnings. Dow members Visa, Amgen, and Merck all in record territory as well today. We are hitting the heart of the earnings season with Google, GM, UPS, and Starbucks. They're all going to be reporting results tomorrow. Now, this investor optimism on the rise, it's continuing.
Investors are getting more optimistic. Okay, guys.
Futures markets price in an 87% probability of a Fed rate cut in May and less than a 50% cut in March. Those rate cuts, well, they make the markets happy. Larry?
All right, Jerry Willis, thank you very, very much. We appreciate it. Now, House Republicans moving forward with 2 articles of impeachment against DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
Isn't that a good contrast? All right, yet another record stock market under Biden who was going to destroy the economy. By the way, Republicans are trying to impeach yet another guy who did nothing wrong. Trump getting into it with a Truth Social post where he said in all capital letters, this is the Trump stock market because my polls against Biden are so good that investors are projecting that I will win, and that will drive the market up. There is no evidence of that whatsoever. Hard to imagine anybody believing that. Here is another report from Fox News.
I mean, you've got the Dow up now 106 points, the S&P gaining as well, and all it needs is 3 points, and here we are, S&P up about 22 points at the moment. We are climbing and climbing.
Climbing and climbing, and how can we spin this so that it's bad for President Joe Biden? The stock market situation is not about pretending that when the stock market is up, Main Street is necessarily doing well. We know that stocks disproportionately are owned by, and stock rises disproportionately help only a fraction of Americans. But they do connect to many other economic circumstances, including optimism, including underlying strength of industry and economies, which do hire people. And so we look at many more metrics. Fox News and Trump no longer able to pretend that it's bad. So the new one is say that it's because of Trump. Say it's only because the Fed is going to start juicing the numbers or whatever they want. I don't think people are falling for it. You may remember a few years ago, the show got hacked and several $1,000s were stolen. We never got it back. But now I have a lot more peace of mind because we use Aura. Our sponsor, Aura, is the all-in-one tool to protect your online and financial accounts. Aura alerts you anytime your personal info is found on the dark web or in data breaches, could be social security number, logins, financial accounts. You will get very fast alerts if a criminal does something like try to open up a bank account in your name, take out credit in your name. Aura will also monitor your bank accounts, your home and auto titles, which can help to guard against fraud. And Aura even protects your phone by letting you block and screen spam calls and texts. Aura has parental controls for your kids' devices to restrict apps, manage screen time, set focus time. You can try Aura free for 14 days at aura.com/Pacman. It only takes a few seconds to use the free trial to see if your username and passwords have been leaked online. The link is down below.